Good morning, Excel gurus. Today I will try to show you something different. I bet others know about the same trick that I'm about to show you. Excel is about visualization. You can know as many functions and formulas as you can, but if you can't visualize how to use them, what the output should be, you will have a very big problem. I've always taught people that want to learn Excel from me that I don't teach Excel, because Excel in its own form, it's just about functions and people just want to know how to juggle. I don't teach people how to juggle the ball. I teach people how to score using simple techniques that develop them into being very good in Excel. I can teach you within a week and you will have the confidence to do the most complex works. I've heard so many times when people talk about advanced Excel, I want to learn Excel. Fitzpatrick, I want to learn how to Vlookup, how to use these complex functions. But the most astute financial modelers that I know, they do not use advanced functions. They are just simple functions such as lane for automation, such as offset, and they do a very tremendous job with those functions that are very basic. There's life in simplicity. But there's just something I want to show you, like I had promised, a very simple trick. I know some know about that trick, but the aim is not just to show you about the trick, it's to show you how to nest functions in Excel. So get your laptop and just follow through. But like I said, if you really want to learn Excel, though I don't like teaching Excel, or advanced financial modeling, then you can contact me, you know where to find me. So let's start. I've created I have some towns here. I decided, I know I'm from Zambia, but I'm more of a global citizen, so I'd rather give an example that is not Zambian in nature, just demonstrate how globalized this world has become and how globalized I've become as well. So I've put some few towns, Liberian towns. We have obviously a capital city where George Weah lives, or President George Weah lives. Monrovia, we have Masha, we have River, Ses, Tuzon, Zozo, Edna, Fishtown. And we're saying these are the new Ebola cases. Please, this is just dummy data, and these figures should not be taken as official figures. So we are saying we have female and male cases, and they've been quantified properly. So what I want to generate with you is a small dashboard, customized dashboard, using very basic functions, though I'll use a function called Vlookup. It's so basic still, and follow through. If you have any questions, please put across those questions in the comment boxes, and I'll be able to respond within minutes. So what we are going to do, we'll have a button here which will show, so that when we plug in or pick female, we need to have the female data here, but already transformed into a dashboard, because visuals are very important. So if we pick male, it should also do the same. So we're going to show cases here. Maybe I create a bit of some space. So under this, follow me through, do Alt A It goes down, then click on V, then data validation, just enter. So we'll pick list. Here we'll show equals female, comma, male. Sorry, I'm not supposed to put the equal sign like this. So highlight it in which color? Maybe green. You can use whichever color you desire. So that we'll have this male or female. Done. Now what we need to do is to bring in the figures, the cases. Under Monrovia, how many do we have for the female cases, the male cases? So we'll need to use Vlookup. We can use a number of functions. We can use a combination of index and match. We can use choose. We can use a number of them. We can just use a lookup, a function. It doesn't matter which function you use as long as it works for you. So here we'll bring in a bit of some logic. I'll say if, let me open the function box for you to see what I'm doing. So the logic here will be if C1, we'll lock it. By locking it is having two $signs. It doesn't mean that it's money, no. Those are what we call anchors. A $sign before a letter is for the column. A $sign before a number, which is basically a row, it is for you're locking the row. So I'm locking everything there. So we are saying if female, what is in C1 equals to female. Remember that when you're hard coding in a function, in the function argument box, you will need to put the speech marks. I normally call them flying commas. But if you want to Google and find it. I hope. So from there, then we go to the value. So we are saying if this is true, what should we do? I bring in the formula called repeat. Then I'll put in the formula called character, which is char. What character do I want? For the female, I'll choose the character code 129. The character 129. This is what I'm going to choose. So I want this character 129 to be repeated how many times? I'll now bring in the famous Vlookup. I don't know if it's famous or infamous. It's up to you to decide. So I'll bring in the Vlookup. The Vlookup is just basically a vertical lookup. What you are saying that I want to pick data in a vertical, what is arranged or which is arranged in the vertical form. There is also HLOOKUP, which is horizontal lookup. So VLOOKUP, the first argument for the VLOOKUP. So if you want to see this VLOOKUP argument, I'll click there. It brings this lookup, this function argument. So the lookup value, I'll pick Monrovia. It doesn't matter whether it is a value, it is a text. So I'll pick Monrovia, which is in B4. Then the table array, I'll go to the cases. An array is just a range. So do not get confused about the terminologies. So I'll go to the cases. Under the cases here, I'll pick the whole range. I should do like this, sorry. But I'll need to lock this range. For the female, it will be in column 2. For the male, it will be in column 3. So I'll lock by pressing F4. Then go to index number. which column do I want to pick those figures? From which column? If I come here, just check. I want to pick in column 2. So I'll type 2 there, meaning that is what I want to pick. The range lookup. I've always said that when you open the function argument box, what is in bold, it means that it is mandatory. What is not in bold, like this range lookup, it is not in bold. It is optional. But you need to know when to leave it and when to add whatever I want to add. If I leave it like that without putting anything, it will assume that whatever data I want to look up, it should not be an exact data. What do I mean? If I want to get the name September, it should not pick exact September. It can pick Sita, it can pick C, it can pick Te, or whatever it is, but it is not going to be an exact match. If I'm looking for John, for example, it is only going to pick, it can still pick Joe, it can still pick J. Similarly, if I put a 1, what I'm saying is that it is not an exact match. But what I want to do, I want an exact match. I don't want it to start guessing. So I'll put a 0, and this is why I put a 0. So whatever is not in bold, if you leave it out, Excel will do a default assumption. And the default assumption, it is actually going to be a 1. It is going to assume that you don't want an exact match. So, having done this, I think I can close it and go back to the if function like this. Then I'll get, if the value is false, I don't need to repeat this. I'll just pick as is. Sorry. Pick this, copy. I'll have it in there, the whole formula. I'll change from character 129, I'll put character 128 representing a men or males. Then what should I change? I'll also change the column, that it should not pick in column 2 where the column for females. It should pick in column 3 where you would find the males. Having done this, I'll do like that. Boom. It is not going to show anything because moreover there was nothing. But I'm not going to leave it like this. See, if I leave it like this, this is what I'm going to have. Has it done the correct thing? So I have something like this. I've changed. What you should do, you change the format, the font type to Webdings. So that is why I've changed it, so that it gives me these funny characters. So 128, it represents males. Character 129, it represents females. There are 255 characters. So it gives you funny, whatever character that you want. Maybe you want a building, you want to have a scorpion, it will definitely give you those characters. How would you know the type of characters? If I come here on insert, I go to symbols, I'll show you the type of characters. Then I come where? Webdings. It could be webdings, it could be wingdings, webdings. All those are special characters. So you check in here to show the character code 32 for this. For the scorpion, it is character 33. So you have these characters and you get to master them if you get. I guess we're done now. So if we want to create for the male, this will be the dashboard for males. Go to females to change like that. This should be cool for you, I guess. If you want, we can even change the color coding, that if it's females, the color in there should be green, should be black, should be whatever it is. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed this small lecture. And I hope one day those that want to learn how to interpret the Excel functions and become very good financial modelers, I hope one day you will send me a mail or a text, or you pass through home, then we can start this program. Thank you so much. Have a lovely weekend.